Hey everyone, it's Brian.
And Ken.
And Dan.
And Blaine.
We love giving you somewhere to not think about the real world. But this week, the real world has been really rough for some people. And they need more than a podcast. If you have anything you can donate to the people of Texas in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, we really want to encourage you to. If you haven't heard of them, we really like Team Rubicon, a nonprofit that turns combat veterans into crisis first responders. These guys are true warriors for good, and you can help them out by visiting and donating at teamrubiconusa.org. That's Team RUBICON.org. O-R-G, org.
Oh, thanks.
We're also big fans of the Houston Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. They're saving animals all over the Houston area, and you can help them out by visiting and donating at HoustonSPCA.org. That's HoustonSPCA.org. How do you spell it? Org, Blaine?
SPCA.
No. Thanks, guys. Now here's our podcast. Hey, it's Brian Posehn. I used to have a podcast where I played Dungeons & Dragons with a bunch of my friends. I missed it, so I decided to make a new one. It's called Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. It's myself, a couple of my buddies, Blaine Patch, Dan Telfer, Ken Daly, an occasional guest or two, and we're going to be playing in a new setting, my dining room. Each week you'll hear my wife, my son, my dogs, and we're going to be playing in a place that I love and playing the game that I've loved half my life, Dungeons & Dragons. We've got 5th edition, and we're ready. So are you ready? Here's Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Hey everybody, it's Brian Posehn, and you're listening to Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Hello. Thanks for making a funny face, Ken, and making me laugh. That's Ken. Nope. Dan.
Hi, it's me, Dan.
And Blaine.
Hi, I don't have a funny shirt on.
Me neither.
Oh, I do.
My shirt's not funny. It says Rush. That ain't funny.
I'm the only one wearing a cheap joke
I guess I
shirt.
should have said I don't have anything on my
It's
shirt.
a dinosaur playing a game of asteroids.
I don't have any tattoos.
Is it the new thing?
That's a thing.
I don't have tattoos.
I did my laundry today, and I got out an old shirt that I liked, and it was a little too dingy to wear, and it bummed me out because I have to put it down.
Plain black tee.
You put down a shirt today? You put down a shirt?
Yeah.
Is it a logo shirt or?
Oh.
It's a shirt I got from
euthanize
Mary's
it?
Club in Portland.
Did you gain half a pound? And...
Yeah, I tore the seams
Whoa.
out. Yeah, I used to
See a
belong to
doctor
Winnie
about
the
that.
Pooh. Got puffed out. I ate a.
You could cut out whatever's printed on it and save it.
You ate a cookie.
Just because you love it.
I think I might just get a different shirt. It's not the same one though. Picture me in the Indian Ocean with it.
Whoa.
So it's like, that Mo looking at the pictures of him with the crystal. I should have cheaped out on the shells. Oh no, it was him with the pickle jar. It was him with the hard-boiled eggs.
Uh-huh.
That was the jar. Oh, why did I take more pictures?
Nostalgic for eggs.
And Ken has
Let's just do Simpsons quotes out of context for it.
The greatest actor ever.
Tastes like burning.
I bent my Kashyyyk creature.
What?
The planet Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
It's where the Wookiees are. I bent my Wookiee.
Ah.
Oh, God. See, it's not a funny joke. I don't make those.
It's too prequely for me.
Is that what it was? I originally learned about that in like novel expanded universes, not from prequels.
I don't do EU. Sorry.
I believe that was originally in the Star Wars Holiday Special,
I don't know
actually.
if they say Kashyyyk, though.
You might pronounce it Kashyyyk, or like Harvey Korman probably called it like Kashyyyk.
Maybe they
Raisinets.
maybe they just say it in Wookiee in the first half hour.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, God, that first half hour
God,
of just
that's hard to
pantomime.
That's hard to watch.
Yes.
I challenge you to watch it.
God, the first time anyone watches it is some kind of like nerd endurance.
I love
It's a real Ludovico.
I love young nerds that
Yeah.
had no idea it existed for a long time. Now everybody
There's a
knows
Star Wars
about
thing
it,
I've
but-
never seen.
It's great because it's
Yeah.
technically canon. Like George Lucas has said many times
Yeah.
that he isn't a fan, but it counts as canon and everything in it really happened.
First appearance of Boba Fett.
Yeah, where Boba Fett's in like white
Before
armor.
the special editions.
He looks like a stormtrooper with like a red chunk.
Before he was a clone with an accent.
Yeah,
I
before
think
they redubbed him just to match Tamura Morrison.
Yeah.
I think the thing that we learned in that special is it doesn't matter what galaxy you're in, what time it is, like if it's now, if it's far, if it's in the long ago, if it's far away, Christ is there.
No, they celebrate Life Day. They don't celebrate Christmas.
And cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, life is
The makeup on
He's risen,
Mark Hamill
Brian.
is
You
amazing.
understand life.
And they're wasted.
Well, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher does not want to be there, and she's hammered.
Aw.
I know
Harrison
Peter-
Ford
She wanted
totally
to be
doesn't
there
want to
eventually.
He's so mad.
Just like most holidays that I've been to. There's always somebody with Carrie Fisher in it.
Anthony Daniels usually had a couple of groupies in that suit with him.
Yeah. There was room in that faceplate.
Should we
For
play a game?
leeches.
Let's play a game, but first,
right,
may I-
Let's hear
started.
about what
I
happened
wanna congratulate
last time.
some-
Oh, yeah, congratulate some people.
Yeah.
And we made it to 1,000. I'll
First
stop
of
stepping
all,
on you.
yes, no, but please step on me when I'm not telling jokes. That's the priority. Is that we're a comedy podcast. If you're listening for Dungeons and Dragons gameplay, may I recommend you look at the dice that roll inside my rectum. But we reached 1,000 Patreon.
Oh wait, sorry, wrong setup.
That's what that weird clattering noise is every time I go to the bathroom. Is I've
That's
got
one
some
of
dice
the
up there.
lesser-known H.P. Lovecraft books.
Rectum, I thought you said King Kong's balls.
Polyhedroadenum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Sorry, I
reached
stepped out of rank.
1,000 Patreon supporters, which makes us very grateful.
Yeah.
We get to look at our Patreon page with no shame, but with excitement and joy as the number continues to tick up. We got to think of some cool things to offer from when we hit 2,000 Patreons.
yeah.
But-
2K.
I'll blow everybody.
Whoa!
Just us, though.
In this room.
We'll do a live stream of me,
Secretly, and no
and
one will-
you audience.
Wayne, and engineer Sam.
It'll
all
just
getting
be a lot of
some-
No,
mouth
we're not going
noise
to
again.
record it. No one will ever hear this again.
Oh.
You also got to blow the dogs.
The listener
dogs are in
doesn't
room.
really get
Oh,
anything
Brian, why
from
are you
it
taking that gun out and placing it on the table?
other than just knowing it happened.
But yeah, let's call. We've already got a bunch of bonus stuff that's not even on the Patreon website of what we're gonna cook up for you guys. But once September ticks around, we're gonna be paying this off Magnum style. And in the meantime, hey, thank you to some individual Patreon supporters such as Jordy Licht.
Thanks, Jordy.
Jordy
Thank you, Jordy Licht.
Lunkhead.
Thank you, Kaylee McPhail.
Thank you, Kaylin McPhail.
Thank you.
That's a great name.
It
It's fun
is.
to say.
It's with a PH. It's a cool kind of fail.
Yeah, it's very.
Thank
good
you,
fail.
Brittany Goldsmith.
She part of the McPhail army.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Brittany Goldsmith.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you, Tom Beers. Nice last
Thanks,
name,
Tom.
Tom.
Thanks, Tom Beers.
Beers.
I'm assuming South African. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna start making assumptions about people by that.
People are south. Go next.
Thank you, Paige Branson.
Boston.
Paige Branson, a fantastic illustrator.
Favorite
I believe.
cocktail? Manhattan.
You know, I remember going to Paige Branson to see the Osmonds because I tried to see Yakov Smirnoff, but he was closed.
Paige did some season 1 Nerd Poker art, if I'm not
And,
mistaken.
and Branson. People come see. No, never mind.
Well, let's do one more.
Branson cops
Give me a number between
Thanks,
1
everybody.
and 1,015.
962.
666. The number of the beach.
Oh, so yeah, let's do 666. Thank you, Nancy Tomaszewski.
And
Wow,
enjoy
cold-
Satan,
good cold
Nancy.
read.
Hail Satan, Nancy.
Hail Nancy.
Hail Satan and Nancy.
Thanks, Nancy.
What happened last time was you
Thanks,
guys.
everybody, you guys.
Yeah, hey, thanks
Oh,
everybody.
and even if
Thanks
you're
for
listening for free, thanks for just being here and the same
Thanks
old
for
thing.
having ears and not being an asshole.
Thanks for having assholes and not being here.
Thanks for having those 2 extra assholes on the side of your head.
Oh man, imagine that. That'd be fucked up, man.
I know a lot of nerds were shitting on Ed Sheeran for being on Game of Thrones. I don't know. Did we talk about it a couple weeks ago? Not on the air, but people made that mad. Or people got
people were
mad.
furious,
Got really
yeah.
mad
About
that.
what?
That
Ed
guy,
Sheeran's
Ed
a
Sheeran.
very-
Do you not watch
Popular
Game of Thrones?
pretty
watch Game of
boy
Thrones.
in their dragon show.
It's funny how you said pretty boy.
He's a pop. He's a pop
He's a
singer.
real pretty
Okay.
boy.
I don't
He's
think
the-
he's that
he's
overly
the-
handsome.
he's
I
the
thought-
redheaded
Oh, no, but
dude
you
that
know,
hangs
like,
out with
when
He
you
looks
have
like
a-
a nerdy
you
guy that
have-
would win
Yeah,
American
but
Idol
If
or
you have the
whatever.
voice of an angel, you're not overweight, and you're under 30, you're pretty.
Right.
Wait, and this was on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was just
Okay.
on Game of
Fine.
Thrones, and people
Nobody,
freaked out.
nobody
Yeah.
stuck out to me, not knowing who this is.
It was a couple
so
of weeks
why
ago.
was there a
He
freak
sang.
He sang
did
good.
Yeah, he sang in the episode.
out? in the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, they,
And he's a professional singer, so it made sense.
But
Okay,
what I have to add to it
more weird
is
outrage.
I did not care when it happened.
Yeah, I clearly didn't care because I
Did
didn't even
not
notice
bother
it.
me.
I forgot he was in
He
it.
stood out
and
a
then I
little
went,
bit.
I think that's Ed Sheeran.
I had heard that he was in it, because I know people were mad before it happened, of course. And then
Some
he's in
people
it.
don't have attractive spouses to worry about.
I don't get that angry anymore. But I still have some nerd rage in me, but it's misdirected. So anyway, then today where was I? Picking up my dogs. As you'll see, Mavis and Licky look very.
Licky's got
They're
some
always
beautiful
beautiful,
They
but
taste great.
they're extra pretty today. They just came from the groomer.
They smell nice.
And they were playing this really shitty song that sounds like it's something. Take a look at my body. Do you like my body? I want to touch your body. I don't know. It's so bad. And they say body a lot, and it's like it just sounds like bad R&B, but like Starbucks R&B, just coffee shop shitty. And what it really sounds like is like a bunch of producers were getting wasted in a studio, and somebody goes, "Hey, have you ever heard the worst song in the world? That fucking John Mayer piece of shit. Your body is a wonderland. You know that one?" And they all listen to it and go, "Yeah, that's really shitty." And then one guy goes, "I think I can beat it." And that's how this song was made. And so I've heard it in the last couple of months everywhere. That's not my car stereo. But like when I walk outside and other people are listening to shitty music, I hear it. This is one of the songs I hear the most. And so today I said, "Hey," to the girl working there, "Who is this, by the way?" And she goes, "Oh, that's Ed Sheeran." And now I fucking hate Ed Sheeran. I get it. I fucking hate him.
That
is the worst fucking song.
I hate is Shawn Mendes. I don't know.
Oh,
That
yeah.
dude
I
is
was in an Uber, and so I never even heard of him.
He does that song Stitches.
I-
Kisses, stitches. It's just like he's just whining.
Sorry,
like,
everybody. I know we got to do a show. but,
Girls make me
it's nerd
feel
related.
weird.
It came from Game of Thrones.
That's all terrible.
Yeah, but it's really about me
Originally,
hating
dragons were
shitty
involved.
music.
Yeah.
All right.
So you
So you
guys,
got a pair
Other
of
than like the
friends.
mask that you pulled off her face. That still
yeah.
bothers me.
We'll go 5 minutes over.
we'll pay this
Yeah,
off
for that.
I've had actually. Speaking of which, I've had a lot of.
hate Rachmaninoff.
Yeah, fuck him.
I've had a lot of people on Twitter get mad at me because I'll be like, I'll see the sign from our friend Sam over there that we've got 5 minutes left, and I'll panic and I'll end the episode as soon as possible when it's like in the middle of combat. So I'm shitty DM part 2, you guys. I'm mini shitty DM. I'm still figuring out the best way to both please you and piss you off in equal measure. So if I do it, it's on purpose. I'm trying to make you angry. Deal with
What's
it.
the problem?
Oh,
Nobody wraps it up too
you'll be
quick,
like
but-
90% of the way into killing a monster, and no one knows if you're 90% or 10% of the way in, and I'll
But
just
then
end
you
the
gotta
episode.
listen next week. It makes
Exactly.
you
But
excited
I think
to
what
listen
I need
next
to
week.
do is
That's what he's saying.
I need to
It
gouge
wraps it
people a
up,
little more.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I either need to wrap it up appropriately, or if I'm gonna be a cliffhanger, I need to be like more dun dun dun, more
Okay.
like here's me flicking you in the balls on purpose.
So what
I have
happened in
fun either
episode
way.
19? I wasn't here for that one.
No, you weren't. You slept, and then you woke up, and it was episode 20. Happy episode 20. That's a big number. We are exiting some mists. You
Yeah.
guys just went through a mountain pass. You took the spooky path as opposed to the scary
I
path.
remember.
Uh,
I was here.
You were here. You made it.
Good.
But it was a super late recording, and I was surprised we all stayed awake through it. It was like 11 when we started.
Oh yeah, that happens.
And
Do I?
so you guys made it through a lot of wandering through the mists on your steeds that you borrowed from Count Barris, which are sort of were reindeer. And Yeah, you made really good time. You made it really far. You only had to stop and sleep, I think, twice or maybe even once because you were just booking through this mountain pass. You killed a specter. You killed it's a drake skeleton. It was some sort of it wasn't quite a dragon or a wyvern. It was more serpentine. Lizardy, it was more of a serpent with short legs than a dragon proper. But it flew and then
like
landed and chased. Yeah, it was a big old bus-sized skink that chased you through the fog for a while. But you ran from it for so long that by the time you finally fought it, you'd broken through the edge of the mist. And you're finally somewhere here along the edge near the forest of the wood elves.
Got it. Move in. Take the shot.
You guys are trying to recruit a population of unknown size of wood elves into helping you. And what I want to do, because you kind of bobbed and weaved through this mist a lot, is roll the dice to see how far east or west you landed. So I'm going to roll for how well they traveled, the steeds. So I'm going to do like a compass roll for them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add up your 3 rolls, and that's going to be how far...
On a 20?
How close... Yeah, how close you guys get to the basically the closest to the wood elves.
Okay.
So the steeds botched. So they got a 1. So this is going to be completely dependent on your rolls.
Direction.
I got a 9.
I got
You
a
roll,
12.
Brian?
Rolling a 20.
Yep. A 12 and 9.
What do I want? High.
Yeah, high.
When do you want it? Now.
Nice. So you guys, because the steeds got lost, you're going to go really far east. But you made it all the way out of the mist. You're not backed up. There's not much more journeying to do. So I'll point you. You kind of look back at the mist. You can see the mountain. And you're about here where the little magnifying glass is on my browser.
Got it.
Okay. Got it.
Kind of the bottom middle of the map.
The wood elves, as was gestured to
What
you
else?
by...
What else?
are sort of this break in the trees. One of the lackeys of Combarris pointed to this map for you and said, "Here's where you want to go for the
Wood elves.
Yeah, the wood elves. See this little break in the trees? You know that's where the best place to enter the forest is.
Okay.
You're just a little bit east of there.
Alrighty.
I think. Can we rest? Very.
Yeah,
You might
let's
want
do
to.
that.
You just got
I'm super
screwed up.
damaged.
Yeah. Can you throw up your resting tent?
Yes, of course.
Tiananmen's tiny hut.
Yeah, Tiananmen's tiny hut. There's a tent in front of a tank.
Yeah.
It's an unforgettable picture. Just the strength of just one person can really just stop an entire empire, can it?
But
Think
yeah,
about it.
you
not
shared
America.
Tom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah, what's up?
You shared a little bit of your blood with your steed, right?
Yeah, that's true.
How do you feel about that? I just want to hear Tom talk. I'm just trying to bait you into saying something about what it meant to.
I feel good about it. I feel like we're real connected now. We're real close.
All right, so
Like my steed is family.
there you go. That's what I was hoping and praying for. But yeah, he took a lot of damage, so he's grateful. And when you guys hop off your steeds, they actually start running around looking for meat.
Can you heal them?
They're not really interested, and actually
you probably
Blaine
can't because they're undead or something.
Twee tried to
Or
heal
they're not
one of them.
undead.
Right.
They're just weird.
Twee tried to heal one of them, and it kind of didn't go that well. So you trust that when they sort of scamper around, they're just looking for a squirrel to bite in half, and they'll be fine.
Sure.
This life is just waiting for that perfect squirrel to gnaw.
Because you know what? When you think about it, squirrels are just made of delicious nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
They taste like
What's
nuts.
better than delicious nuts?
Yeah, like if they're.
Oh, I love them.
You get the older ones, they taste like hazelnuts.
I love flying and just having hot nuts in your mouth, warm nuts in your mouth.
It's the best they heat them up for you.
Yeah,
Give them a
those
good
are so
working
good.
in the back room.
Hey, that reminds me of your Five
You guys ever work at a hot dog place?
Does Brian have a Five Eyes bit? Five guys.
Can I just say this in all seriousness?
I saw that.
Yeah, I tweeted it on Sunday. My kid and I always go to Five Guys on Sunday, and I was just like sick of it. I was like, if I have another burger, I'm gonna have 9 heart attacks. Instead, I'll get a hot dog. Like that'll be better. Never had a hot dog at Five Guys. It was the best hot dog I've ever had in my life. It's fucking amazing.
What was so great about it?
It was just good. It was like
Is it grilled?
They cut it in half and grill it.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
And it's like it just.
You
I
gotta
mean,
grill
if you
a
know
hot
if
dog.
you know how,
Split and grill.
if this makes sense, it's like if a Five Guys burger was a hot dog.
Right.
That's how good it is.
Oh, so they smashed it with their
Fucking
fists?
amazing. Yeah, it's yeah.
I'm a vegetarian. I can't imagine what
But
you're talking
the bread's
about.
delicious.
Yeah, the bun is
It's
delicious.
a good quality, yeah.
It was fucking amazing.
There's,
Quality burger there.
Have you heard of Ripper?
No.
A Ripper. It's a fried hot dog.
Where do you get that?
There's a place called Fab's on Reseda or something. It's out here in the valley.
Oh,
Fab's
Only
hot
in
dogs.
LA can you go from the subject of grilling meat to a place called Fab's.
But it's good. It's a special kind of hot dog.
You know what you gotta do to that meat? You gotta slap it on some red hot iron to get it all nice and toasted. It's the real good place to do that is a place called Cutesy Pie. Cutesy Pie Grilled Meats.
Well, if it was Portland, it would have some dumb pun or some kind of wordplay thing happening.
Like grill these nuts.
Yeah. Or
It'd probably be in food truck form.
like, I'm going to let you finish, and they sell
Yes,
omelets.
we heard that story. So why don't you guys plot out your rest? First, let me give you a quick description. You see there's almost a well-defined whipping around of the mists behind you. You can see where it starts now. You don't see anything in it except for the pile of drake bones that you left behind you. There's definitely a forest on the horizon. You feel like it would only take maybe an hour on these steeds to get their tops. They could probably trot there even faster than that.
Okay.
And really far to the east, you think you see smoke from a chimney.
Smoke of a distant chimney.
Yes.
Okay.
So even, yes, farther that way.
Oh, we don't want to go that way.
No, we want to go in here. Unless you want to see the smoke of the chimney and see
I
what it
don't
is.
care.
That's what this podcast is like as a dungeon master. Is like, okay, how do I get like a fun, compartmentalized 1 hour adventure, a longer adventure, and also some things that I can write a bunch about that you'll completely ignore.
Here, let me,
Well, no,
let
maybe
me
we
shake up
should
my
check it out.
Magic 8 Ball.
That's no pressure.
Good luck
I'm definitely
with that.
not a whiny DM. I just want to make it
What do
clear
you guys...
that this whole island you can just fuck around on. There's all sorts of weird mini bosses hiding.
It's kind of
everywhere.
like where Crash Bandicoot lives. And you can kind of like, if you can unlock the God mode.
Well,
you
we
just
were
walk
going to
around.
heal first. Or
Yeah,
what?
we're gonna.
I know
a place
Tom
to
took a
bed
beating
down.
from the Spectre. He's
Yeah, I
got some
totally
necrotic
did.
damage he's got to rest up.
I'm
Yeah.
down. Oh, I'm down quite a bit.
Yeah, you
we're-
also got fucked up by the Drake.
Yeah, let's heal.
You did an amazing backflip onto the back of that thing's neck last episode.
Yeah, it was. There's some crazy dice
Last
rolling.
I re-listened to 19 this morning,
Yeah.
and like the you guys encountered like a hook horror type monster that double botched.
Yeah.
Brian rolled like 420s
Yeah, it
in
was
the
crazy.
episode. It was nuts.
420, get it?
No, I don't get it.
Oh, it's
It's a lot of 20s.
a thing.
Oh, okay. Take it away,
Yeah, I'm
boys.
29 points down. So
Yeah, so let's find a spot and
Blaine, if you
Bed
rest,
down.
you can also
29
study. You've got a
points.
special spell that you're
Yeah,
slowly learning.
I've got the Song of Rest, and I've also got the Song of Fridge Rating. So it's two little songs that help you sleep.
You notice when you throw up the hut that
Blech.
the steeds don't join you, but they're still sort of in visual range. They're not like
Okay.
running away or anything.
I
Yeah.
can't expect them to join us.
Sorry, I'm looking up the. I do have a Cure Wounds. Let me look up my Cure Wounds.
And yeah, you can study your final countdown custom spell. You've also got an.
Cure Wounds.
I think I may have mentioned this already, but that's like my favorite thing of Arrested Development is Will Arnett and his magic shows that start with the final countdown. So
5d8.
go for it.
I found an old bag of all my colored dice.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
I love translucent dice.
8.
It's
15, 21.
There you go.
Blackjack.
21 points for Brian. I'm going to look up the Song of Rest. So it's going to take a while. I can't read.
Cool. You've also got a spell you haven't even peeked at. That's Strange Language, where if you were to sit and study it for a while, you might be able to crack what it is exactly.
Hint.
I think
Jesus Christ.
all three of you. Well, you know what? I put too much into this adventure, so I'm just going to keep reminding you of all the dull things in your back pocket. You've each got a book that you haven't cracked open that you stole from Count Barris's castle.
I have the Eagle book.
Yes.
What's my spell?
You need someone to crack it. You have no idea what's going on in the spell book. You take one look at it and your eyes cross.
Hey, Blaine, look at mine.
I have a warlock spell too.
What? Who?
Yes.
I have a spell book.
What's your what spell book do you have?
I'm going to say
Here it is. I can't read it.
Okay.
you
I
guys
can't
are going to
make
have to
no
take
heads or
like 8
tails
hours
of
of
it.
non-healing rest to go through all your stuff if you really want to study it.
I'm not down too many hit points, so I can. I'm gonna heal these guys up and then just start relearning all my spells, and I'll tackle all this stuff. So.
Cool.
Hey, Tom, what's on your T-shirt?
That's a chop top.
What's he from?
It's from Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah, is that your favorite Texas Chainsaw?
That is truly my favorite. I love me some Bill Moseley.
Yeah, Bill Moseley's great.
Taking a hanger with a lighter and eating the scabs on his head.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, some cool shit.
You know, we got some backstory for Tom, but we don't have a lot for Bodie or Twee. Hey, Bodie, where are you from exactly?
I hate you.
You're extreme, and you're like a surfer kind of half.
Are you from Colorado? Are you from a beach town?
I feel like he's a half orc, like kind of like just hangs out in like caves on the beach and just like goes spearfishing and like robs banks.
I don't know what it's called, but when you're doing something exciting, I like the way that feels.
Did you ever hurt yourself?
I like to do things that make my excitement that I'm feeling feel good from the thing, from running and jumping and hitting and flying and surfing.
So you're a squirrel.
I think they might even have like a special gland for that
Yeah.
inside the
Yeah,
body.
there's got to be, because it feels like when you're really excited, like your body feels even better.
Are you talking about an erection?
That's not quite what I'm. It's extreme. It's an extreme feeling that you get.
I can't tell if Blaine is trying to clear his throat to gather attention, or no, he's just clearing his throat. Okay, good.
But now that I have your attention,
Is it like the feeling when you're doing the do?
Yeah, adrenaline.
Yes, Blaine. Tweet.
hey, I don't know if you guys have ever heard a little thing I'm working on here.
What are you working on?
Gilligan, the skipper to a millionaire
It's a song of nostalgia.
and his wife, the movie star, and the rest.
Oh, rest.
Brian, you get another point, and Ken, you get 3 points.
Okay.
Yay.
That was my song of rest.
Thank you for that.
And the rest.
You want to take a peek at these books and make the time tick forward?
Yeah,
a little more?
I'd love to.
So you realize Tom's book is a spell of enchantment. And if you were to say spend a few resting periods on a weapon, you feel like you specifically, Blaine, might be able to imbue somebody's weapon with some fire damage. But you might have to like borrow a weapon for like a while.
Okay.
The other two are books on poison.
So, like, what, Brett Michaels stuff? Is it, like, Tool Academy stuff?
One's
or-
like a beginner's level
called Biff DeVoe.
alchemy book on poison. One of them's like intermediate. And you feel like if you study the beginner's one, you could create just with some basic ingredients that you gather, sort of like I told like I'm doing kind of my own pastiche way of dealing with gathering materials and stuff like that. So I told him like if he's ever in a populated area, he could gather materials for more lockpicks. He could just kind of break some things apart and make lockpicks. You feel like you could break apart some leaves and some forest elements and put together some basic poisons. And the other one, you feel like, oh, you might be able to put it on a weapon, same as the fire.
Oh, I see.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Also, you feel like now that you've figured out what these books are, they're written in form of Elvish, so that's sort of how you figured out. You could probably teach Tom. You're not sure you could teach Bodhi. But
What do you mean?
Let's teach.
I don't need to be taught now.
both of you guys could probably learn anything from these books under the right tutelage, but that's how much I think between the three of you could start learning this stuff.
Okay.
Having looked over your character sheets.
I like it.
Cool.
So you've got a little library of stuff where if you were to say hole up, you could probably start accruing a lot of knowledge. And I'm going to say while you do that, you just do some basic healing. You can gain another, let's say 2 hit points. You can gain more if you sleep. If you sleep, you can get rid of your necrotic damage.
Yeah, I gotta sleep. Hey guys, I'm gonna lay down for a minute or so.
I have like 4 more hit points.
Cool. If you sleep for 8 hours, you'll both be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my HUD is here for a while.
So full of farts, though.
Well, I'll say if you've gone through all the healing and if
Tiny farts.
in the time it took
Fart
you to read
boxing.
those books, your hut would have dissipated. But I'll also assume that you didn't really need to use it
Okay.
until it's time to sleep,
Okay.
because there's no sign of major.
Cool.
You're in a clearing, but there's
Okay.
you can
What do
keep
Gaga's
basic watch.
farts smell like?
My goggles smell like centipede carapaces, because that's what I just ate, bro. Yeah. You get
like
the
bacon.
exoskeleton, you make kind of like a hard shell taco, and then you get some of like the squishy parts, and you mash them up with your fingers, and you put them in.
No.
This is what evil fairies eat, man.
Nope.
Glad I asked.
Don't like it.
Evil fairies eat some cool shit, man. We're good foragers.
This shit's right.
I am nothing but Cliff Bars.
I'm more of a lunar bar kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I like the minty ones, the blueberry ones. Lunar bars are the shit, man. They're like real, like for bros, you know?
I only take them on flights.
You guys gonna sleep? Is that the sleepy?
Yeah, I'm sleeping right now.
All right. The hut pops. Nothing happens.
What?
Except
Oh, nothing happens.
nothing. You rolled a 1 for encounters. That means you're safe.
So we're back to normal.
You're all back to normal health. You do notice there is no more smoke coming from what looked like a chimney.
Oh,
in
we
the
could have
hut.
gotten there when there was smoke.
Maybe that means that whoever's there is not there anymore, and we can sneak in and go through their underpants.
You do think you see a hut now that you've had time to look at the
Oh,
horizon.
look at the hut.
Let's head over there.
You want to go look in the hut?
Sure.
Pizza or sunglass?
It is the opposite direction of the wood elves.
That's okay.
Get back.
Yep. How far away is it?
We're strapping young men.
Yeah, it's like a 10-minute walk.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How can we not go there?
Yeah. Let's swing by the car so I can put this stuff in the car.
Okay.
Okay, I
Look at my jacket.
put all our extra stuff
Don't
in the
forget
car.
to mark in your Apple
Yeah.
Maps where you parked.
I take a picture of my space.
Oh, that's good. What floor you're on?
Yeah.
No, just the space.
Oh,
No identifying
Yeah.
features whatsoever.
as you get closer, you see what looks like 4 strange statues.
Oh my god. Maybe this was a mistake, you guys.
These better not be Confederate statues because I don't feel like talking about
Ground
current
is still
events.
really gravelly and rocky. You're not close enough to the woods. You got to kind of go down a slight decline to get to the more foresty
How
area.
about the
Decline,
decline
decline.
of the United States? Come on, can I get a little?
It's not going to even be current when people listen to this.
Yeah, it'll all be
No, it'll be like, did you
all be dead.
When we recorded
did you hear what
this,
Trump did
Gerald
with all those
Ford
corn
has
dogs
just
last
been
night? That
sworn
was
in.
insane. He's tweeted about all the corn dogs that he hid in his orifices.
Stop saying stuff you're going to make me mark for editing later, Brian. So this hut was partially obscured by like a boulder along the mountains. And that's why you weren't sure what it was at first from a distance. As you get closer, you see these weird statues. And
What do they look like? Are they humanoid? Or are they
no, they're 4 dwarves in armor.
so humanoid but small?
Humanoid, but small. Smaller than you guys.
But
You're all,
big statues.
yeah, they look.
Big statues of small people?
The statues
This is all very
are, what do you
confusing.
call it? To scale? They're real size.
So it's a Bob's
One to
Big Boy.
one.
And they're all facing the direction of the hut.
Bob's Big Boy.
That's weird.
And they've all got little plaid overalls on.
Yeah.
No. They're all in different poses, and they're facing the hut. And if you look beyond the hut, it looks like what might have been a much larger statue hewn into part of the rock that's sort of fallen apart over the years. You're not sure what it is. It almost looks like a statue of a giant that had been chipped away over time.
Okay.
And as you get closer to the hut, you see an old drowish woman sort of milling about.
My eyes.
Funny she didn't seem drowish.
Classic Spaceball bit, you guys.
Have fun storming the castle.
A drow woman, huh?
Yeah. She's just kind of puttering around, poking at the gravel with a stick.
Some sort of spells
Well,
or something.
I'm just hoping
to
she
help
didn't
us.
turn these dwarves into stone
Yeah.
since they're facing the hut. That's what it feels like to me. So I'm not going to look at her.
You're not going to look at her.
I'm
You're
avoid-
going to what? Just
I'm
kind of
gonna
like.
avoid looking at her.
Are you going to keep progressing towards her? Or are you going to just get
I
the
don't
hell
know.
out of Dodge?
What are we doing?
What do you think, Glenn?
You hear her humming something to herself. She's sort of still on the other side of a boulder. You just kind of saw her taking a few steps in your sight line before going back behind it.
I'm going to go away, little girl. And now you can't see me.
All of a sudden, Twee goes poof, and disappears.
I wish I had thought of that.
I'm going to I'm still going to I'm going to try to make my way around to see if I can see this.
Yeah, we'll keep her
Because if she's got basilisk powers and she's not like looking at me, I don't think they would. She can't focus on something if it's invisible unless she attacks invisibility, and then I'm fucked. So let's get this over with.
So you gonna get closer, or are you gonna fly over?
Yeah, I
her?
won't be shy.
Sure enough, you get closer,
This is baby fresh.
and you
scent.
see her cock her head up in your direction.
Cock?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She just kind of looks past you. She doesn't look right at you. She goes back to what she's doing, pokes around with her stick. Keeps humming something to herself.
I don't like anything about this.
Just want to go.
Can I keep
just wanna go
moving
to the woods.
away to kind of back towards her hut to look around her yard and stuff?
Yeah, it's a really simple hut. You notice she's got a small garden. She's kind of cultivated some earth under the rock. Looks like someone has chipped away at it to create a fertile ground around it. The garden plants look strangely healthy compared to all the other foliage you've seen here. She's got a wheelbarrow. She's got some simple tools leaned up against her house. There's no sign of anyone else being around. You don't see any kind of
Bloody handprints.
weapons, skeletons, nothing like that. Nothing.
Cauldron, cage
Weird
for small
vibe.
children.
Do I have a bad vibe about this?
You
Am I getting an evil sense?
do not necessarily get an evil vibe, but there's something magical about it for sure.
Well, she's a drow, so she's got innate magical stuff.
Yeah, she's some kind of a witch.
You notice also as you hover around, she looks real old.
She's gonna eat one of us and get young. That's how this always
Yeah.
works. Every time I see one of these old drow ladies, she eats one of us and she gets young.
Not me.
So I think here's the thing. I say we eat her.
Okay.
Before she...
I'm
She
in.
smells good. It's kind of like a cedar, sandalwood kind of smell.
Wow, that's a good smell.
Yeah,
That's good. I can have plus
not
one
necessarily
keels.
like a food smell, but yeah, she doesn't smell filthy.
Smells
fact,
like
she
a
looks
nice men's
clean.
cologne.
She looks clean, well kept. Her house looks clean and well kept.
Okay. Woman
But
killer.
it's very
I don't like it.
isolated. You feel like you found a hermit of some kind.
I'll go kill her, Ken.
I don't want to kill her, but I just...
Oh, okay. I won't.
All right, let's.
You already decided to kill her.
Twee, you notice she's starting to make her way back the way she came, so she will soon be in eyesight of these two again. So unless something changes, she will be capable of just looking at these two.
We'll shift.
I'm hiding.
Well, you don't know that. You two don't. You have to make a choice to hide beforehand. That's sort
I'm
of
going-
separate of-
I want to leave, so yeah.
I'm
Oh, you want to
going-
leave? Okay, so you can mumble that to Bodhi.
Well, let's wait for the other guy. Well,
Rhodes is letting it be known how he feels about the situation. So they're kind of waiting for you, Twee.
yeah, where's Twee?
I'm going to try to follow this lady a little bit, kind of trailer.
She goes to the other side of the big boulder. The boulder is bigger than the house. It's just, looks like something might have fallen off the mountain a long time ago. She kind of peeks around as if expecting to see Bodhi and Tom, and she kind of chuckles to herself and shrugs. She looks up in your direction, not right at you, and says, "What are you boys up to? What are you up to?"
Oh, sorry, lady. My friend's frisbee went on your roof. And I need to get our frisbee off your
Are
roof.
you looking for something?
We're just travelers.
Yeah,
There's travelers.
You guys
We're
letting
moving
your
on.
Traveling away.
are you
We
sheepishly
saw-
leaving your hiding spot?
Yeah.
at this
We saw
point? Hey,
smoke
Rhodes.
coming from your place earlier, and so we thought we'd say hello. But we're
What smoke?
if we're bothering you, we'll head another way.
Her voice changed.
Hi, Rhodes.
Hey, buddy.
You got some
Yeah.
gummy bears?
Gummy can.
Oh wow! Look at those. Oh, those are the ones that you drink.
Oh, is there like?
Yeah, they're like the little gummy root beers.
Oh, I love the gummy bears.
Oh, wow. Like those old wax bottles?
Yeah,
What?
kinda like that.
But it's all edible.
Right.
It's like a big.
Cherry Coke.
Rhodes, these guys just found an old lady, and you walked in on me doing an old lady voice.
Want to hear
Uh-huh.
before it gets scary?
Hi, I'm an old lady. He acted like it was pretty scary.
Is that creepy?
No.
No, he's not scared.
What if we told you that they were in our area?
What's that one? Orange? Can I have one?
You can't eat candy around your dad. It's gonna happen.
Poppin' boba,
Oh, I love poppin' boba.
right? But is that like it? It looks like a pill.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be like a soda can.
These
like an orange
newfangled
soda can.
candies. And then it gooshes.
Oh God!
9 microdots.
Did it gloosh?
So
A little bit.
she introduces herself as Zaywin, and she says, "Well, if you're travelers, there's not much I can do for you. This is my little plot of land. I hope you don't go too far east. There's a warrior, group of drow over there. You want to be careful if you head east much farther."
Okay.
Thank you. That's
Thanks.
very nice of you, lady.
Let's exit stage east.
Before you leave,
No.
Back to the woods.
See you later.
there is something that I think you might find interesting.
La la la. What?
Uh-oh. Here's where we find out she has needs.
The evil of this place cannot touch me, for I have been here a very long time. And if you notice, this was the site of a great battle. Those 4 warriors you walk past, they once fought a great monster here.
Oh, okay.
Is it the figure behind your house?
Yes, the large figure behind my house was once a great monster that they battled.
Huh.
And when this place was taken over by the gods that be, it suddenly made them stone.
Huh.
If you can tell me a riddle about the 4 dwarves over there, I might be able to give you something from before their time.
Tell you a riddle or answer?
Answer a riddle.
Okay.
Don't tell me a riddle. You don't have to write a riddle.
Yeah.
No,
What-
I don't,
is there
I don't
a-
want
is
the
What has
WGA
a
to come out.
rowboat
Is there-
in the afternoon?
This is not a union.
how
date.
we're gonna-
ATV on
Is there a
Saturday.
price? Is there a price if we don't answer it correctly?
No, nothing like that.
We're gonna get turned to stone. I don't. Let's. We don't really have time to answer riddles, but right?
Nah, yeah. I gotta be honest. We We're supposed to be at the Galleria right now. We're gonna head out front and see if our Uber's here.
Very well, very well. I should tell you that the statues have seen you at this point. If you've walked past them, they had their backs to you, and now they're facing you. So they've all seen you, and I'm not sure they'll let you go so easily.
All right, well, let's try.
But if we answer the riddle, we can pass them?
Yes. Just a riddle. It's the only thing I really have to offer my visitors, you know.
Sorry. Whose idea was it to come over here?
I think it was mine.
I felt bad.
I think
He
the DM made you feel
guilted me
guilty.
into this one,
I'll take
yeah.
a shot at the riddle.
Okay, go. I'm not that smart.
So you walk
And
over
neither
to
is
the
Bodhi.
statues, and she follows you over there and says, if you can tell me which of these dwarves is the most cowardly in order, and guess the order correctly.
Of the 3?
That's all I ask. The 4.
So can you describe each of them to me?
Yes, I will. One of the dwarves is in a fighter stance. They're all facing the cliffs where the monster used to be. One of the dwarves is giving it the middle finger. One of the dwarves has his back to the monster a little bit. He's kind of looking over his shoulder, and he has something clutched in his hands. And the other is on top of something, facing the cliffside, but also covering something.
So it's not the guy in the fighting stance. It's not the flip-off guy or the guy flipping at the bird.
Okay, I would say the back to the thing is the most cowardly.
Yeah.
The one covering something is the next most cowardly.
Yeah.
I can't decide the fighting stance or the middle finger. Less cowardly. I would say the
fighting stance, the guy could be...
The fighting stance is next, and then the middle finger is the least cowardly.
Say that again one more time.
The one with the back,
Is this your final answer?
yes, the back facing is the most cowardly. The one hunched over covering something is the...
Before you answer, have you examined them carefully?
What is the...
Examine them
What is
carefully.
the one covering something? What is it covering?
You look closer, and he's covering what looks like another smaller statue. You can't quite make it out, but it looks like it has...
Oh, so
you think you see like a leg,
like a baby? Or?
another
No,
leg
like
underneath
protecting
it.
another...
Yeah, so maybe he's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
maybe
then the
he's the
one
most
with the back
courageous.
to the statue, what's he holding?
It looks like some piece of jewelry is in his hand.
Oh, so he's the most cowardly.
Yeah.
And then...
But then it's still hard between the protecting someone, I think, is the least
And then-
cowardly.
So what are details about the one
Oh, yeah,
that's
the middle finger?
the middle finger and the one that's
You notice the one who extending his middle finger has no weapons on him.
Okay. That's pretty brave. And the fighting stance?
Just looks like a badass fucking dwarf.
Okay. So I revised too. The one with the back is the most cowardly.
Mm-hmm.
The fighting stance is the next cowardly. Okay, hang on a second. Back, fighting stance, middle finger, protecting.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You're correct. Congratulations.
Thanks for the help.
She says, "This is no longer my home. It is yours for the plundering. I will be on my way. I've lived here for far too long as
Weird.
it is. You'll notice there are things in my hut. You may take whatever you wish, but know that it belongs to me, and that if ever I find you, I may ask for a favor. I will not
right.
ask for an evil favor, for I am not evil, but I have lived here longer than anyone else, and the evil gods here cannot touch me."
Seems fair.
Cool.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Thanks.
Let's check out the.
I'm
check out our new house.
I'm putting my acid wand away.
So you head into the house, yeah?
My gauntlets of punching drowse away.
Yeah, my old lady pulled the rug out from under her spell was ready. Oh, I should have taped that down.
You notice this house is full of tools. There's tons of tiny little
Now
tools.
it is.
3 really big phalluses, 3 dorks, if you will, and in addition to that, many flint and steel.
Okay.
You notice a cache of just little mechanical parts. You feel like you could make, as I may have just precluded, like at least 20 lockpicks.
Oh, yeah.
Out of just the basic wiring that you find in here. You find a lot of jewelry, very small jewelry, but you get a magical vibe off of it.
Okay.
And so you'd have to probably get it identified.
Figure out each thing, yeah.
But you feel like if you put it on, strange things might happen. I would suggest, however, getting it identified because it's kind of a crapshoot. It's a big pile. And because of the general magical vibe off of it, you can't quite tell what is magical and what isn't. You feel like you might put some stuff on and nothing will happen. It seems like she's been hoarding.
Okay.
So you also find one particularly odd thing. There is one corner that seems to have just plants in it. One corner of the hut has sort of like it looks like an open closet.
Okay.
There's no door on it, and inside there is some sort of magical fire in a candle. It's a very weird candle, and there's sort of a tree, like a tiered tower inside that's like 6 feet tall, and each tier has a bunch of strange herbs in it. Does any of you have
Spice box.
any kind of herbalism specialty?
I rolled 4
I don't, but I'm gonna see if I recognize
I know
anything
you-
from that book I read.
Yeah, based on the book, you think you find a lot of basic alchemy stuff. You think you could probably make, in addition to a basic poison, a basic necromancy potion that could potentially raise the dead.
Oh, wow.
That's sort of an intermediate potion. You think you'd have to use a whole lot of the supplies here. You'd really have to fill a duffel bag full of everything, but you feel like, I might be able to raise the dead with a potion with
Is
this
there
stuff.
anything here we can use to carry some of this stuff? Or do we have something that...
Okay, so that's the basics you guys see. If you want to hunt for more in this house, you're each going to have to roll.
Yeah, let's spend a little time in here.
And we can also, lock it up and leave. It's
Lock it up.
It's our little place.
Lock it up, lock it
Yeah,
in.
she's gifted this house to you. This is
What do
for
we
all
roll?
intents and purposes somewhere you can make your home base. But yeah, you got to roll a 20.
Do
for,
those statues guard the house, regardless of who's there? If we left the house and somebody showed up,
Now
Last
that
you
we're
saw,
out,
this
right?
woman was headed north into the mists. You could potentially go try to find her and ask her.
Yeah, so what happens if we leave the house?
we're okay.
We're okay. As
far as you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't ask her
we've-
a lot of questions before you
Yeah.
went inside,
Should've,
so
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
you could try to hunt her down. You don't know.
Let me go after her.
Roll a let's say intelligence.
All right.
You get a +5 bonus. Let's say it's a difficulty of 15.
17.
Beautiful. You see her in the distance. You shout after her. You see her turn around. You're gonna jog over there.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask her?
Do the statues protect the house?
They do.
When you're gone?
They do. They'll protect you as well.
Do I need to know the alarm code or anything?
Well, you're the one who answered my riddles. You're the one who had the patience. Those other
So are they
one of them had the
protected?
patience to listen to the dungeon master guilt trip him into going over. So I'll give him some credit. But you in particular, it's if you're under threat and and they can see with their eyes, they will attack.
Okay.
Okay.
They have to walk past the statues and be within eye line of them.
And then my friends, they just won't be protected. They're not in danger.
They'll be protected if you're protected.
Okay, got it. Thanks for the house.
Of course.
Where are you going, by the way?
Well, I'm off to build a new home.
Okay, sounds good. Good
I can
luck with
take
that.
all the time I like. I'm not in any danger.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Just think.
Okay, I'm gonna put my acid wand away.
If you don't have any more questions about her, she's gonna just
Hope to see you again someday. Return the favor.
She heads north and
You
yeah,
come back in, and I've got all her underwear on my head.
Oh,
why don't
God.
you do some? You guys all probably have different stuff you want to look for. I know Blaine wants to find a nice sports bra, maybe some Victoria's Secret with like a lace kind of.
Am I getting a
Piping on
magical vibe off of any of the stuff in the mirror?
But why don't you guys? Let's just say for the next day or so,
Yeah.
you get a 120 roll for just looting this place, just digging around hardcore. And if any of you get a 20, you'll find something special. But otherwise, you'll just find more of the same.
All right. 5.
Can we add to our roll? What is it?
Nope,
what
just
do I-
roll a 20.
yeah, okay.
You got to knock it out of the park. It's a home run or nothing every day.
Use that special die.
Good one.
Use that
6.
Oh, it was a wiggly one. Not this time. You do feel like oh, you got a 20.
I'm gonna keep rolling until I get one, and then say that was the roll.
Blaine, you feel like because you just got those books, you could potentially upkeep this little greenhouse that she has in the corner.
Okay.
You could potentially, keep it from depleting itself and destroying it. But yeah, it should be interesting.
God damn it. I can't believe I got it on the second one. And then now I'm not.
What do you guys want to do next? Do you want to camp out here and rest again?
I'm going to sleep. I haven't slept yet. I'm gonna rest.
We'll take watch.
Yep.
Gago is kind of upset. He really
Gago.
thought he was going to get to fight some stone dwarves
Sorry,
or something.
Gago. Life sucks that way.
I mean,
You'll fight something soon. Don't worry.
what about that monster on the cliff? You want what do you think would happen if I just poked it
I
with
don't
my
think you
dagger
should
a
touch it.
little
I think
bit?
you should leave it alone.
All right, but it's stone, so probably
Yeah,
nothing
but
will happen. It'll just be like a fun thing I can tell my grandkids. I poked a giant monster.
I would hate for you to do
Hey, would
that.
you rather just have some of your little whiskey that you like?
You got some whiskey?
Yeah, you've got that. Well, that that thing
Does
from
she have any
earlier.
whiskey?
Oh man, I
here,
just
by the
feel
way, or
so
is it
warm
like
all of a
some
sudden.
Yeah,
honey
there you go.
mead or
Oh
something?
yeah, what if I dig through her cupboards and see if
Yeah,
she's
she's
got
probably
some
got
of the
some-
good shit? Some of that single malt? You guys like single malt? I don't like double malt. That's just plain.
Well, you have that little dark fairy drink that you like. It's not technically
Yeah,
whiskey,
yeah.
but that, yeah.
Yeah, you guys actually bought that for me. Usually I drink some fermented dark fairy shit.
Okay.
But that's like West Coast Amina. Do you know what I mean? We're like East Coast Amina now. We did so much traveling, I'm not
Some
even like...
NyQuil and some Jolly Ranchers.
I was about to
Shit.
say, man. I was reading a thing about perp drank today. I was like, you know what? I really want to get addicted to perp drank. It sounds like the greatest drink of all time. What is that? It looks like it tastes like a flaming moe.
Scissor up.
What is it?
Yeah,
Scissor
man.
up slash
It's like
drink.
It's
Robitussin.
know what
codeine
that
cough
is.
syrup with Jolly Ranchers in it. It's crazy Little Wayne shit.
Yeah.
Sipping on some scissor
It's what
up.
poor people drink,
Scissor-
man.
Yeah.
Well,
It's cough syrup and Jolly Ranchers. Fucking wake up, Dad.
People really do
2017. Yeah, man.
It's like in prison. Jolly Ranchers, you use it for your alcohol. You melt it down, put it in your hair to give yourself like a cool haircut. You can turn Jolly Ranchers into like a shank and stab somebody.
The other thing-
my God.
The other
Yeah,
thing,
man.
the other thing kids are doing is they take a tampon and they soak it in Captain Morgan's,
No, you
and then
take a tampon.
they
Stick
shove it up their ass with a Kit Kat.
Yeah, bitch.
That's not true.
Oh, that is for real, man.
Hand to God, swear to fucking God, kill me dead if it's not true. Every word.
guys
of it's
ever-
true.
The other one sounds true.
Did you guys ever butt chug? Butt chugging rules. You absorb alcohol so much faster through your rectal cavity. It's true. The tissue there is really easily permeated by alcohol.
The other thing is when you take a Q-tip and you soak it in rubbing alcohol, and then you dip that in Nutella right up the pee hole.
Yeah, man.
It's called a caramel dukakis.
I call that Grandpa's mystery finger.
Oh, I think it's a regional thing.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like how people sometimes they say milk, like they pronounce milk
like
with an
when
E.
they say bowl,
Pello.
Pello,
bowl,
Yeah.
or Illinois instead of Illinois.
I never heard both.
both. I hear that's. I think
Now
it's
that you said it,
Both.
both. So like instead of both,
Both.
Or you know how like it's okay to fuck your first cousin.
What?
Whoops.
Both.
You guys,
Both your first
in
cousins.
Baltimore, it was Miro instead of mirror, and Chimbly, and a wheelbarrow.
What's Chimbly?
And Wooder. Chimney. Santa Claus would come down to Chimbly.
What?
Yeah. Baltimore's got a
Did
real
you know
Santa
that
Claus
dumbest
coming down
people
the
in
chimney is-
Baltimore?
It's a voice that can take the paint off your car.
Accent too.
Yeah, it's-
Chimbly.
see where I'm from. That's what you call
That's not
passing
the
a
right
kidney
letters.
stone.
Well, you
Santa
know,
Claus coming down the chimney.
you come to Santa Claus would come down to Chimbly, and then he'd look in the mirror and he'd go, "Oh my God, I got it. I got to lose some weight because I'm going down the ocean this summer. I got to get
Hey
some
Rhodes, how you doing?
suntan lotion
Aw.
or suntan oil."
Thanks, pal.
What's
Going
it,
bad
what is it
word.
a mixture of? Is
It's
it
like a, it's
I
like
love
a,
you.
it's
German and
a, it's a
English?
Philadelphia thing.
But
What?
it comes from some other
You
language.
can play with language
accent.
before you go to bed.
It's a little.
Good night, Rhodes.
It's a little.
I'm guessing like Dutch or something.
I think it's Dutch because I know that where I grew up, I'm Pennsylvania Dutchy a little bit. So, but it's a Philadelphia.
You guys
with
still
a little bit of-
talking? I just said goodbye to my son
Son.
and sent him off to college. And,
Oh my God! Congratulations.
We've been playing this one for a long time.
yeah.
Grown up just like me.
Oh my God.
Cassie in the cradle and a silver spoon.
I
You
was hear
boy
the I hear the
bleeding
Ugly
in
Kid
me.
Joe version every time. Like
Chimbley.
every time he goes, "Hey, do you want to wrestle?" And I go, "Not right now." And then I'm going, okay, because I start to hear the Ugly Kid Joe.
Cats in the cradle.
Yeah, not even the original version, the shitty early '90s one.
I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. And as I died in a rest home, I thought I should have paid more attention to my kid. Should have paid attention to my kid.
As my plane was flying into a mountain, that's when I realized my son was just like me. And I'll never see him pee. I just peed my pants.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm hitting the mountain. Now I'm dying on the mountain. I sure miss my son.
Pee those
I
pants,
fucked up. The song is done.
And Harry Chapin was brilliant.
Oh, cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little bird blue and the man and the moon.
All right. How many minutes are left?
We're at an hour.
Yeah, but we were going to give them bonus. I think they got enough.
Oh, yeah.
Should we? Oh, all right.
believe me,
More
let's-
than enough.
Singing.
Let's see.
Are we at
When you're
105
coming
or-
home, son, I don't know.
What are we at?
We'll be
Over.
together then. You know
Okay.
you have a good time, yeah.
It was a fun one. We
And we padded out the end a couple minutes, too, by
not a
trying
ton
to
of
figure out how
shit
long we had
happened.
done.
but we found some stuff.
We got a house, guys.
Yeah,
Come on, knock on our door.
and I didn't.
I say we
I didn't
flip
stab a
this
drow.
house.
I didn't.
to get some
and there's
electric
Mavis. Look how pretty she looks today. She's extra fluffy, isn't she?
Mavis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good cooking tip, by the way, before we leave. It's a great way to keep noodles from sticking together. A lot of people put olive oil in there when you're doing pasta. Just a tablespoon of conditioner. Usually, like Paul Mitchell's pretty good.
You're
Get in
getting
there.
Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, no, but that would be a good idea. some
that's prison
some conditioner and some Jolly Ranchers.
Crazy shit.
I guess that's it.
bunch of new stuff, Mavis. Thanks for listening. And there's Ernie. Clackety clack clack. I'm old. Thanks for listening, you guys. See you in episode 21. We're going to do it right now. Hey, everybody, it's episode 21. Thanks for listening to another episode of Nerd Poker. You can follow us at patreon.com/nerdpoker, and you get bonus episodes from there. And you can also send us anything at P.O. Box 16069, Encino, California 91416. Thanks for listening.